Hello, you capable man. I just want to get right into it because I know you want to get financially healthy for women. All right, I'm taking a knee because I want to serve you. I want to serve the idea of being able to generate a life with women and reserving the decision making ability for the family. All right, and that comes from generating our own income streams and using the time we're allotted to create things of value for the community in a sense of, okay, you can create ideas and share information. You can share information that will get people out of being wage slaves and employees and into taking control of their lifestyle by doing acts that are uncomfortable. Making cold calls is uncomfortable, okay? I've putting out marketing pieces. People see these marketing pieces and they'll begrudge it. I mean, on the back of my car, I've got "We Buy Houses" and a toll-free phone number on it, so I can collect calls of people trying to sell their house, so that I can pass it on to other investors and hopefully make a finder's fee with it. Now that is not normal activity for family resources, but others have done it before me, and people are successful by modeling other successful people. And if we continue to focus on financial education and business education and putting our neck on the line for the idea of a life with women, then we can get there. A little scabs aren't going to hurt us. What 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 will hurt us is waking up in 50 years saying, where'd all the time go? No. We can stretch beyond what we need, what we think we can do right now for the future. We can keep building our skills, And the reason there's a TV in the background, all right, I took that out of the bedroom and I'm replacing it with audios of advice from rich men. I've got a good library, and that's something you can do is you can build a strong library and digest it so that it frees your thinking and lets you know what's possible. It lets you know that you can, because you're seeing how everyone's doing this. All right, there's a whole list of inventory of properties from banks that they want to get rid of so they can lend on other properties. Now, do you think that's general knowledge? Do you think that's public knowledge? Everybody thinks about that through the day, that these banks are trying to get rid of these properties at a discount and you can go in there and get it. Do you think most people are aware that almost every year there's a tax sale of properties? You can go to the courthouse and you can find out this information. You can find out what the property is going to sell for approximately, and you can find out what it's worth from the assessor's office. So the treasurer's office will tell you what you can get it for, and the assessor's office can tell you what it's worth. A bunch of other tools, such as we can go into that. All right, but there are also information marketers there's these men who gather valuable information and they put it in a downloadable form, a PDF, an audio, a video, some way that you can learn, some way that you can replace television and other activities that aren't as fruitful for women as we'd like. I mean, the hard nerve I know with a lot of men is financial health for women. All right, and it doesn't get spoken about a lot. It's under the surface, but I know that we'd like to be financial titans for them. So we can do that if we'll do things a little differently. I remember back in the Navy, get done in the barracks, and I'd be so excited to come back to Financial Peace University by Dave Ramsey, because there was an emotional connection with it, because I was separated from women, and you could just, I thought that if I could figure this out, I could come back to them, and we'd have freedom of experience, we'd have freedom of choices. They The benefits are getting an unconventional education and acting boldly, getting the marketing pieces out, driving a customer base, and serving the customer base. Big time. Okay. You can magnetize an audience by being clear about what you want to accomplish. Alright? I want to help men get financially healthy. How will they do that? Well, they'll do that through marketing in true service of others. And the relentless service of others. Alright? Because it gets gritty, this pursuit. And it gets raw, you'll get some scabs, but you gotta let those heal over and press on. Alright? So, I'm not saying you can't live your life. What I am saying is you can guard your time properly, you know? Share it with women who you see value in. Alright? Otherwise, you'll have a bunch of women that are great company, but you won't know where to focus because there's always a new chick in your face. And it's not, this is kind of private because you don't think you can be honest about this stuff because it's just, I want you to be at the point where you're trying so many things, where you're venturing out, and if you're honest about what you're doing, people will think you're bragging. And don't let that get to you because you're testing your limits, all right? You want to, we can perpetually test our limits to gather more family resources. There's this saying of, you know, I got some advice from other men. My grandpa, he's a great guy. He suggested talking to property management companies. And if we start thinking of things in the context of what it will bring back and where are the sources of what we're looking for. Okay, say you're looking for a cash flowing property, all right? Property management companies take care of those cash flowing properties. Speak to them about what's available. It may be an uncomfortable conversation, but speak to them all the same. There are people with self-directed investment retirement accounts. There are whole custodian firms built around protecting their money and getting them a better return on their money. So if you can present an opportunity that's a better return on their money through a cash flowing property versus a certificate of deposit at a bank, which, you know, you're talking a difference of 14% return or 2% return on a certificate of deposit. And you start aligning yourself with advisors who have a fiduciary responsibility. They're a registered investment advisor instead of someone basing off of a suitability standard, which you can figure out in Money Master the Game if you read it by Tony Robbins. Another great resource is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He analyzed all the super achievers and found a set of rules that can help every guy generate his lifestyle. All right? I want you to have enough cash flow to generate your life. All right? Because it's not the number, it's the choices and the freedom of experience with others that I wish for you. All right? And you can attain it if you're persistent. All right? If you read the books that'll help you to get there. It doesn't have to be all book knowledge. I collected a big library. All right? And I was so smug because I thought, all right, you know, I'm going to be able to do everything. And when you get out there and you start acting on it, you're going to get some scrapes, but don't get discouraged because you can keep building, all right? You can form a limited liability company and get tax exemptions, tax write-offs. Now, it's all very hairy. You're going to want to talk to an accountant. I don't suggest you do this all yourself, but I suggest you keep trying until it's realized, because you know you want to be able to look back and say that you push your limits for the idea of a life with women. All right, and you'll get a charge over this. And you know, you hear women talk about what kind of kitchen they want and what kind of lifestyle they see as fun. And I mean, do you think that a weekend away with women is more valuable than the latest TV episode? I do. And you can create this life with persistent action. So this is what Aspiring Family Man Publications is all about. It's about taking the necessary action to create your family's life. We want to be a resource to you so that you can design your family's life as you see fit. So, good luck to you, brother. I know you can do this.